guys, how are you on this Groundhog Day, Coronavirus Day, whatever it is? Things seem pretty much the same, don't they? That's why I wanted to talk about one day at a time today. If you're new, please subscribe. I hope you will. Hopefully you'll like it and listen to what I say, and hopefully you might share too. Quarantine equals isolation. It has been an amazing time of isolation. We all know it. We all feel it. And that isolation leads to loneliness, being alone. Like, it's not just like we're quarantined with a whole lot of other people in one place. Most people, if you're over 60, you can't go out. If you're under 21, you can't go out. I mean, gee, you can go and die for your country at 18 and you can't go out and go to the shops. It's absurd. However, we have to pay it at the moment because it's not worth dying for. Those things are not worth dying for. If they keep taking away certain rights, I'm a great believer in civil disobedience. However, I don't think totally it's reached that stage at the moment. Hopefully we will vote some of the people out that have done these chaotic things around the world in the next elections. A sense of hopelessness. And that's what it feels like day after day after day. It's like an LSD trip. I remember my days of taking LSD, a drug. And when you got on a bad trip, you just didn't think it would ever end. It's a bit like this. Is it ever going to end? And what that does, that sense of hopelessness, is it can breed anxiety. And anxiety leads to depression, is what Proverbs chapter 12 says. Jesus talked about the cure for worry and anxiety. And he did it in Matthew chapter 6, verses 25 to 34. He said this, and this is the white pill for today: seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things, basic life things, because previously he had been talking about how people worry about it, the Gentiles, everybody's worried about it, we're going to have enough to eat, panic buying, etc., etc. He said, seek first the kingdom of God, and these things will be added to you. And then he goes on to qualify it in verse 34, where he talks about something really important in how we handle one day at a time. And he said, do not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. And that is the secret to living in this time. If you're struggling, if you're not struggling, it's one day at a time. That's how you live anyway. You don't actually live in the future, and if you live in the past, you're crazy, because it can make you feel so guilty and so depressed. But we live in the present. Jesus said, I am the bread of life. I am the resurrection and the life. I am, I am means I am. I'm in the present. It's what God told Moses to tell the children of Israel, say that I am sent you. We need to live in the present. And we need to do it one day at a time, and that needs to be our goal. Interestingly enough, in the Alcoholics Anonymous and drug programs, one of the key ingredients, elements of it is that you just live for the day. I'm not going to take today. I'm not going to drink today. I can't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day. But you got to live one day at a time. It is a cure for you. It's kind of interesting. I remember once going in Manila trying to find a place, and I was following somebody, and I thought, this guy's all over the place. I think, didn't we just come down here? Didn't we just do a U-turn there? But you know what? I followed him because he knew where he was going. And we got there. And I think life is like that. We need to stop trying to work everything out and just follow the leader and let God be a leader in our lives. That's what Jesus is saying here. That's the key to one day at a time. Seek first the kingdom of God. Let God be a part of your life. If you've never done that, it's a good day to start doing it. How do you eat an elephant? Somebody once said, and I'll finish off with this, just one mouthful at a time. So let's eat up this coronavirus one day at a time, and let's look for the good times ahead. God bless you. Take care.